Okay, let's be real. Artificial intelligence isn't some far-off sci-fi thing anymore. It's here, and it's reshaping our world. And that brings up a really big question for all of us. In a world that's so driven by AI, how in the world do we prepare our kids for a future we can barely even imagine? To give you a sense of the scale we're talking about, let's just start with a number. $15.7 trillion. Yeah, you heard that right. That's the projected global economic impact of AI by 2030. So we're not talking about just a new app or a new industry. This is a complete transformation of pretty much everything. Which, leads us right to the most important question for any parent or teacher out there. With a future that's going to be so defined by this technology, are our schools actually getting our kids ready for it? And we really have to answer that question, and fast, because this isn't some distant possibility we're talking about. The AI-powered workforce is already taking shape, and it's the world our kids will be stepping into way sooner than we think. Just think about this for a second. An estimated 85% of jobs will soon require AI skills. And no, we're not just talking about coders and data scientists. This is across the board, for artists, for doctors, for marketers, you name it. AI literacy is fast becoming as fundamental as knowing how to read or write. So if the old way of doing things is falling short, what's the alternative? Well, the answer seems to lie in a whole new philosophy, one that shifts the focus away from just pure tech skills to something, well, more powerful: creativity. At the very heart of this is an idea called creative AI application. Basically, it means we stop focusing only on teaching kids how to build the AI, and instead we start teaching them how to use it ethically and creatively, as a partner to invent things, to analyze the world, and to solve real problems. And this really shows the difference perfectly. On one side, you have the traditional way, lots of focus on the nitty-gritty of coding syntax, the how. But on the other side, you've got this creative model, which is all about the what and the why. It's about giving students this incredibly powerful tool and letting them turn their ideas into reality, making them true creators. And the ultimate goal here is huge. It's not just about job training. It's about inspiring a generation of ethical, skilled, and imaginative problem solvers. Kids who can actually steer this technology in a direction that benefits all of us. So that's the big idea. Sounds pretty great, right? But how does something like this actually work day to day in a classroom? Let's break it down. This model is built around a few core benefits, and they're all about making learning more personal, more fun, and actually relevant. Let's take a look at a few of these, starting with how it turns students from just passive users into active creators. The first piece of the puzzle is this huge mindset shift. For way too long, we've taught kids to just consume technology. Watch the videos, play the games. This model just flips that script completely. It empowers them to be the ones who actually create all that content. And they can do this because of these really practical, powerful, no-code AI tools. What that means is a student can build a professional-looking website or produce their own podcast, all without having to write a single line of code. They get to focus on the big picture, strategy, and creativity, which you could argue is an even more valuable skill for the future. Another key is using AI to, teach AI. The old model was one size fits all, one textbook, one path for everybody. This new model uses AI to actually understand how each student learns best, and then it tailors the curriculum just for them. It's a truly personalized journey for every single learner. And to keep kids motivated, the whole thing is gamified. Learning becomes an adventure, packed with challenges, quests, and simulations. It just taps into the natural power of play to make even really complex ideas fun and, most importantly, memorable. But of course, you can't teach a high schooler the same way you teach a first grader. So how does a framework like this get adapted for all the different age groups? As you can see, the curriculum is really designed to scale right alongside the student. It starts with the little kids, the data detectives, with foundational ideas like telling stories with numbers. By middle school, as data explorers, they're doing real analysis. And by high school, they're AI innovators, tackling professional-level stuff like machine learning. It's a complete journey from curiosity to capability. And this is so crucial. It's not just about the students. The framework also includes specialized training to get teachers ready, too. This makes sure they can confidently guide their classes through this new territory. It's a really complete, holistic approach. So, after looking at the problem and a potential solution, what's the big picture, ultimate takeaway from all of this? The most important idea to hang on to is this mental shift. AI literacy is not just another technical skill, like typing. It is the next great medium for creative expression. Learning to use AI in this century is going to be what learning to write an essay or paint a picture was for the last one. It's the new essential tool for bringing your ideas to life. And that leaves us with one final and really critical question to think about. As AI keeps evolving and weaving itself into our lives, we have to fundamentally rethink our very definition of what it means to be educated and truly prepared for the world that lies ahead.